What up, Ninja Village, and welcome to another episode of Chronicles Reviews with the LessThanStealthyNinjas. I am ELF Agent Scoot, and I'm here to talk about Red One. Now, I know some of y'all are looking like, but wait, didn't Red One come out back in November? Yes, it did. But this week, it just premiered on Amazon Prime, thanks to Aranya letting us know. So I figured that now, since it's properly in December and we're a few days out until Christmas, let's talk about it. I watched it last night after watching WWE Saturday Night main events. The CCR on that as well. And let's talk about it. Now, Red One stars, of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, J.K. Simmons, Bonnie Hunt, Kiernan Shipka, Nick Kroll, and many, many others. And this is a Christmas action movie. Now, we've heard many things going into this movie. Good, bad, this, that, and the third. I will say this, and I truly mean this. We as a people may be a little too harsh on this movie. It's not a bad movie. And I'm not saying it's a great movie, but it is watchable and it is enjoyable. And there are things in this movie that can truly be explored, which I'm gonna get into later. That can truly be explored into that, where this could be like a whole property type situation. So there will be some minor story spoilers, nothing that's going to like ruin the movie per se. But there will be some minor story spoilers, so that way you can get the full point. Now, this movie, you have Saint Nick, who he has this whole operation, and you have Dwayne Johnson, who plays Cal, or Callum Drift, who is like his head of security. He's like the head agent of the ELF, and no, not ELF, ELF, and I think if I remember correctly, I think it's 2 days before Christmas, a plot happens where some shady things happen, and a whole team comes in and essentially kidnaps Santa Claus. And this is where Jack O'Malley, Chris Evans' character, comes into place, because he's a tracker. You see that early in his youth that he's always been good at finding and tracking, and he's kind of the reason Santa gets kidnapped. Not gonna tell you why, but he's kind of the reason Santa gets kidnapped. So they go and enlist his services, force him, to help them find Santa. And that's where we meet Lucy Liu's character, Zoe. Now, this is where, minor spoiler, this is where the movie is kind of interesting. Lucy Liu is the head agent of the Nora. And Nora is essentially a society that they know these phenomenons exist. They know about Santa. They know about all of these, all of these like Easter bunnies and headless horsemen and things like that. So that's where it gets interesting. That was Mora. I am so sorry. It's Mora, Mora, not Nora, Mora. And that's where it opens up, because it's an acknowledgement that these things exist, but is housed from us, to what even people in the government and things like this knows about these phenomena. But once again, it's housed and kept away from us, quote unquote, normal people. And as a Christmas movie, it works. If this was like a regular movie, just alter the fact that it's a Christmas setting and it's dealing with Santa. If this was some other things, I can 1000% see it getting bashed and just ripped to shreds. But if we're looking at it from a guise of Christmas, and if we're looking at some of the themes that are kind of in this movie, it's not that bad. I personally give it a good solid 6 Christmas presents, maybe 6.5, but it's not that bad. It's not going to be it's not going to be a classic. I don't see this truly being one that, oh, this can be seen every year, but at least watching it once is not that bad. I promise you it's not that bad. It's like 2 hours and some change. Is not that bad of a movie. I don't want to go into full specifics because I don't want to spoil, because like I said, it's on Prime now. So you can, if you got Prime, you can just watch it. You don't have to worry about going to the theaters and paying money. If you got Prime, go ahead and turn it on. Go ahead and turn it on. I will say that, to me, after watching this movie, if this was a short TV show, like a good maybe 3 to 5 episode TV show, I feel it would have been a lot better, because there's so much things that they kind of throw at you, and it's kind of like you throw it at us, but then you move on because that's not the point, And if they would give us like a maybe 3 to 5 episode TV show based on this whole thing, chef's kiss. That's my opinion, of course, because with the whole Mora thing, why Santa was kidnapped, you have Cal's storyline, you even have Jack's storyline. So you have so much happening, and to condense it within this 2 hour and some change movie, some of it gets fast tracked and rushed, but you see why, because once again, and me being the person I am who likes these type of things, to know that the whole Mora thing and the fact that there's a whole agency, which, let me tell y'all exactly what Mora meant. Hold on. It was Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority. And to know that Bigfoot, Easter Bunny, and all of these people and things exist, and it's like, wait, I want to know more about Mora and what they got going on. And it's kind of like, yeah, it exists, because once again, minor spoilers, it kind of does that thing that happens with movies where Jack O'Malley's character just discovered these things exist and these things are real, and it's just that, all right, you only got 1 minute to truly process that. Okay, boom, keep it moving. Like, if we're assuming what we're assuming, because Chris Evans is, hold on one second. If we're going off of characters, Chris Evans is 43. So we're assuming his character is 43, 42. So for 42, 43 years, you're like, this stuff don't exist, blah, 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 blah. And then now to find out these things are very much real, you kind of get over it so fast. And it's like, let it flesh out a little more, you know what I'm saying? But once again, it's a movie. I get it. I wouldn't say it's a kid's movie, because it is technically PG-13 and there is some cursing in there. The violence wasn't too crazy, because I mean, it's Christmas violence, if that made sense at all. But the violence wasn't too crazy, but there is language. So if you're going to sit there and let the kiddos watch it, just know there are a few curse words in said movie. But even the whole Santa operation, like seeing how his whole operation was kind of looking from the outside in, you kind of want to see more of how that operation, how that day-to-day goes. And, there was a side story where Cal was telling Jack that, we, for 364 days out of the year, we practice this. Like, we make sure that we hit the times, because like he even listed, Santa has to go through this many time zones and blah blah. Like he was running down some facts, and it would have been like that would have been some cool stuff to kind of see or kind of explore in this world, especially since it's acknowledged that Mora exists and it's a whole government agency sent to oversee this mythological worlds. And it's like, well, wait, this is acknowledging that all of these things that we thought were fake and myths and old wives' tale are actually real. And it's just like, okay, keep it moving for the sake of this movie. Gotta keep it moving because, hey, the mission is to save Santa Claus. You know, so there were elements that I wish that it can be explored. Now, from that, I don't remember how well this movie did in the box office. I don't remember it doing that well. Probably the reason why it came to Prime so fast. But I can see them delving more into this Mora aspect. You know, but once again, if the property didn't do well, then they're probably going to just be like, hey, Red won, enjoy it. We're going to go on about our business. But it's not that bad. I understand that people might go into it with these expectations like, oh, this is another movie with The Rock in it. And it's not that bad of a movie. Like, it's not, I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for this to be over. No, I was watching it like, this seems interesting. Wait, that seems interesting. I wish they would have done a little bit more with it, you know. And then, of course, you're going to get some overall theme. You're going to get some overall message. You're going to get some overall what's the word I'm looking for? I guess theme and message with Christmas movies. I mean, every Christmas movie truly has like almost a message, except for like Die Hard. Unless the message is, hey, don't be stealing on Christmas. But, you know, Home Alone had a message. Miracle on 34th Street, Christmas Story, Elf, all of these famous Christmas movies, Polar Express, they all have like a story. The Grinch, they all have a story. They all have a lesson to be learned. And this follows suits. Like I said, this doesn't do this. It deviates from the Christmas norm a little bit, only because the whole Mora thing and the agencies and them, in essence, getting Chris Evans to come in, who is an outsider. So you do get elements like this, but for the most part, it's a Christmas movie. You know, Jingle All the Way. You know, all of these other Christmas classics are soon to be classics, are favorites, non-favorites, whatever. It's going to have a message. It's going to have a moral of the story type thing. And to me, I feel it would have been a little bit better if it was a limited series, because some things would have been explored more. And then even the whole finding out the villain and finding out other things would have kind of had more of an impact if it was like, oh, you know, type of situation. But otherwise, for what they gave us, a strong 6.5. Red one. It's on Prime. If you have Prime, no reason for you not to check it out. Shout outs to the Ninja Village. Shout outs to the ninjas. Whether you loved it or hate it, don't forget to rate it thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, share, comment. Let us know what you thought about Red One. After you do all of that, if you haven't already, subscribe. After you subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified for all CCRs, Ninja Banters, LTSN, cafes, Boss Reacts, all of that other good stuff. And just go ahead and join the village. Go ahead, welcome yourself to the Ninja Village. There's plenty of room, plenty of space for everybody, and all are welcome within the Ninja Village. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, love yourself, take care of yourself, love one another, take care of one another. And until next time, we just trying to make the Ninja Village proud. ELF Agent Scoot is out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go finish my training with Saint Nick, because you know the boy is about to move up. Your boy's about to move up. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be fifth in command. Fifth. in command. You know, there's other people who's been doing it a lot longer. So, you know, they got about a couple of 100 years over your boy. But, you know, your boy is steadily progressing in the ELF. So let me get back to my training, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Peace.